Hi, thanks for joining me for the 2017 coding update for physical therapy and occupational therapy. We do have some new codes this year, some coding changes, coding replacements. So I'm going to go through those to the best of my ability and explain some things, hopefully answer some questions. But as you'll see at the end of the presentation, if you have further questions that I haven't answered, you're more than welcome to contact me or the coding staff, and we will walk through answers, or if we can't get them immediately, we will do research and be happy to help you before we start the new year. So let's go. So we have 4 new physical therapy codes. These replace the first 3 replace the previous code of 97001, which was a new patient PT eval. So these 3 have different complexity levels to them, and I'm not going to go into detail about the complexity levels. The details are in the CPT manual, but they give some guidelines as far as what makes a new patient low complexity, moderate complexity, or high complexity. So I would point you in the direction of a CPT manual to see what the guidelines say dictates what low, moderate, or high complexity is. We also have CPT code 97164, which is a re-evaluation, and that replaces 97002. This re-evaluation does not have any sort of levels of service. It's a simple re-evaluation code, meaning anytime you're re-evaluating an established patient or an established plan of care, this code applies. Unlike the 3 new codes for the new patient where you're initially establishing that plan of care, this one is a one-size-fits-all. So we've also done a quick financial analysis for you. In 2016, Medicare paid $83.97 for CPT code 97001. There's some uncertainty as far as what the future of Medicare holds, as far as these 3 different codes that replace 97001. They have given you a bump of about $4 and some odd cents, but all 3 codes, even though they represent 3 different levels of complexity, all 3 codes this year will pay the same. My guess is in the coming years that will not be the case. But it's important that you learn the guidelines for each level of complexity and that you bill and document to the highest level possible. CPT code 97002 in 2016 paid $47.27, and they're giving you just over a $14 bump in reimbursement for the established patient re-evaluation code. For occupational therapy, we have the same changes, different codes, but they now have 3 different levels of complexity, 97165 through 97167. And as you can see, each code carries a different level of complexity, low, moderate, and high. And again, those codes, those 3 are replacing a single CPT code from 2016. The occupational therapy re-evaluation code is a single code just like it was previous, only it's a different CPT code or a new CPT code. We've done a financial impact on that so you can see the difference in reimbursement. Unlike physical therapy, they're reimbursing you less this year than last year. These 3 codes, even though they are different complexities, this year will be paid $86.80 no matter the level of complexity. If they move in the direction of physicians' codes like evaluation and management codes in the coming years, which it's highly likely they will, they're going to start paying you different dollar amounts based on the level of complexity, which they equate to time. So this year, again, 97165 through 97167 will all reimburse the same amount of $86.80. The reevaluation code also took a small hit. They are paying you less this year for the reeval than they did last year, to the tune of about $2 and change. Obviously, over the long haul, that adds up. So this isn't good news. It's happening all over healthcare right now. We're seeing in all of the different coding seminars that we're doing, we're seeing that most of the new codes or revised codes are coming with a decrease in revenue. There's only a handful of the hundreds of coding changes that come with an increase. I think you just saw one of those with the physical therapy. I think that is it for the changes. So if you have any questions, concerns, comments, please email me directly, josh@newportmed.com, or you can email the entire coding team at coding@newportmed.com. We're happy to get you answers as soon as we can, or do the research required to get you an answer. Thanks so much for attending. Onward to 2017.